All right, Tilly, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
And it was lovely seeing you perform on the Walk Top marquee stage.
Thank you. Yeah.
How did you find that? Enjoy that?
Oh, it was lovely. I wasn't expecting a big audience. I thought maybe first act on, you know, it's quite a hard spot to fit in, especially as there's just one of me and a guitarist backing me up sometimes. I thought maybe I'll get, 20 or 30 people in, but suddenly Sam opened the doors to the tent and I got, within sort of 5 minutes, there were 70 or 80 people, and then by the end I think there were about 100 people, and I was just sort of blown away by that, and they were so responsive as well. I ran out of time in the set and I said, which one do you want me to play, and they all piped up with an opinion, and I loved that. So yeah, it was really lovely.
What was your favourite one, wasn't it?
Yeah, they opted for the one that they could tell I wanted to play. So I like that in a crowd.
Yeah, that was good. And why is that one your favourite then?
It's actually one of the first ones I wrote. I wrote it when I was 13, and it's always stayed in my set because people just respond to it really well, and I love to finish with it because it has quite a sort of atmospheric end. It's full of silence and sort of moodiness, and I just really enjoy playing it because I like to see people respond to something, and every audience I've played that to has always responded, so I just really enjoy doing it.
So you've been writing songs quite a long while, because you're only 17, aren't you?
I'm 17, yeah. I used to write poems when I was younger. I've always loved to write. I wanted to be an author when I was little. And yeah, I started to write poems. I had a couple published in anthologies and stuff when I was 11 or 12, and then someone handed me a mandolin and said, hey, try and fit those words to that, and then I have, and people seem to like it, so I've just kept doing it since then.
So do you think of your music as songs, or do you think of them as poems?
I don't know. I think some of them are definitely more melody based. Sometimes I don't really have a certain way of writing. I tend to, one part of a song will pop up, and then I'll take that and run with it. So some of them I think of more as songs, and some of them I think of more as poems. If I start off with the lyrics, then it's usually a poem set to music in my head. But sometimes I'll start off with a chord pattern or a melody, and then those are the sort of songs.
as they grow into it. So.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What are your songs about?
Oh, what a question. I don't know. I think a lot of them are just sort of a self-expression. Most of them, I get people who say, but do you enjoy singing them? Because they're so sad. And I do, I love it. But it's a self-expression thing. So if I'm feeling cross or sad about something, then I write about it and then I sing about it. And that's just sort of the way it works for me. So a lot of them are about things that I find frustrating about the world, or experiences that have happened to me that I think I need to sort of write about to have closure on them, or so lots of different things. But I'm a politics student. I'm doing A-levels, and so I've sort of started writing along those lines now as well, because I'm very much engaged with a lot of the inequality and things that are happening, especially in our political system. So I'm trying to sort of write about that and get that out there as well. Especially from a young person, because I think that's quite important, because I think the average age of people in the House of Commons is over 50, and so I'd quite like someone to listen to someone like me. Well, I think that austerity affects the weakest and most vulnerable in society, and I think there are more effective ways of boosting the economy than to do that. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer really to be against it, because I mean people have died of starvation. Use of food banks has doubled in the last 5 years. It's crazy. We're the 7th richest nation in the world. We should be able to feed people. We don't have so little money that people should be having to use food banks. I think music is something that always hits people. It sort of it invokes emotions in people, so I think it's a really effective way of talking about really important issues, because if you can get someone to emotionally connect with those issues rather than just spouting facts or ranting at them, then I think that's a really, really good way of getting people to engage with it and make a difference. And I mean, music has always united people. That's what it started out to do, especially folk music, because it's music of the people for the people. And so yeah, I think that's a really important thing to try and do, is to convey a real message to change things through the music.
Yeah, that's really. Have you got many concerts coming up?
Yeah, this summer I've tried to pack in as much as possible. Yeah, I'm also going up to a Scottish island, Bute, which will be a 750-mile round trip for us from Suffolk, to play there, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. I think the scenery will be gorgeous, and I love that. So yeah, I've sort of got little gigs, so gig in the garden and picnic in the park, and sort of a few charity things here and there.
Cambridge Folk Club.
Oh yeah, Cambridge Folk Club on the
good.
10th.
Yeah.
I've got a showcase slot, so 45-minute set, and a couple of other people showcasing as well. So
Brilliant.
yeah, quite a packed summer really.
And you've got an album out?
It's an EP, yeah.
EP.
Yeah, I've got an EP that I recorded in a day live in a studio in London with Ben Walker from Josie and Clark and Ben
well
Walker. Who's a lovely, lovely guy and so relaxed to record with, and it's called Painted Faces, and yeah, it's just sort of 6 tracks laid down quite bare, a few harmonies over the top, and yeah, I really enjoyed recording it. It was a lovely, relaxing experience, and I just played the songs how they are, really. So.
Yeah. And how can people get hold of them?
It's on Bandcamp, so you just search my name into Bandcamp and you can listen to it all before you buy it. It's £5, and I can send you a signed copy. You can either download it or I can send you a hard copy through the post with a little note.
Yeah.
And yeah, or you can find me at a festival and buy it from me there. Well, I'm on Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is facebook.com/Tilly's Music, no apostrophes or anything, grammatical. Oh look, that's helpful.
So
this
that's
is
the album.
This is the EP. So yeah, I had fun with the artwork as well. My mum painted my face for it, so Painted Faces. And yeah, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter, and send me a message if you want to get in touch. I really, so yeah,
Brilliant.
that'd be great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, lovely to